Yelling Yodeler, Battle Cry. Trigger friendly minions Deathrattle twice. This has the dual class of Hunter and Death Knight. 5 stars.
5 stars.
This was the failed experiment. You may never see it. Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, the audio apocalypse is on us. I announced what I thought was my, top cards of the set, and I built a few decks to check out these new cards, and I think it's not necessarily the best decks that are out there right now, but I think it's cards that may have made new decks more viable. There are some Deathrattle Death Knights out there, but I don't think it's a particularly strong archetype, and normally the people that run it run triple green, which I do think is the more optimal variant of it. Instead, to test out the new card Dead Air, which is 1 blue, 1 green, I've gone with this double green, single blue Deathrattle Death Knight. Now, I have to fully open up about this. I don't think this is the optimal deck list for this deck. I've made it a Renethal deck because I couldn't quite cut down to 30. I always felt like I wanted 2 or 3 additional cards. So instead I've gone for a 40 card deck, and playing this deck more and more, eventually we'll get an idea of what is the chaff and what can be cut, and what isn't the chaff and cannot be cut. Whoopsie daisy, that's not what I wanted. Where's my win-loss? There's my win-loss. In my dreams, 38 and 2. Alright, back to 0 and 0. So what have we got in the deck? The whole idea of this deck is to play around the new card, Yelling Yodeler, that can trigger a friendly minion's Deathrattle twice. And then we've got some cracked Deathrattles in this deck. I've thrown in Infectious Ghoul as one of the Deathrattles. That is going to be a real sticky minion if you can get a board full of minions. Cagehead for insane damage to the Legendary. Double Unholy. If we can get that on the board and Yelling Yodeler it, that is a huge amount of rush damage. Now, I did decide to not go with the combo focus, which I talked about in the star ratings. In theory, I could have run something like Bonelord Frost Whisperer to get 2 Yodelers to hit 1 Cagehead in a single turn, and to rush in for 36 damage. I think that's a bit more of a meme potential about it, so I've decided not to go with that. Instead, the Yodeler is just going to hit really good cards, is my plan. All the Deathrattles I've got in the deck, we've thrown in the egg, of course. We've got a foul egg in there. And I'm hoping this combination of the different Deathrattles is just going to be enough to give me enough value to just annoy opponents, really. It's going to be like a mid-rangey Death Knight deck, which will be pretty fun. From the blue side of things, the blue corner, we have Dead Air to again proc Deathrattles. We have the Hardcore Cultist if I need a little bit of board clear or an extra bit of damage. The Acolyte of Death is Death Knight. We have Undeads in here. That's a really good draw engine for me. And that's about it. I did consider some other blue cards in there and decided they weren't good enough. For example, I did consider throwing in the weapon. I considered throwing in Thessarian. And by the weapon, I mean Bonebreaker. I decided I didn't quite make the cut. But instead, it's mainly the green Undead list, but we don't have Marrogar, which is a pretty big card to lose. Well, I'm hoping this deck is going to be good enough. The other question I've got for this deck, and I'm not entirely certain if this is going to work, I've got Unholy Frenzy, which kind of operates in the same area as Dead Air. It might be too much to have effectively 4 copies of this card. Who knows? Maybe I do need a little bit more early game. Because Dead Air and Frenzy are both kind of a little bit of a dead card at times. Maybe I don't need 4 copies between them. You know what? Quick substitution. Give me the other Deathrattle that I considered putting in, but I took out. Where are you? Baron. I considered putting Baron and Yamajar in the deck. Maybe I do want Baron. It is something that could be found by Where are you? Bone Shredder, but maybe I do need the early game draw. Just to get to my big cards. Let's do it. I'm okay with that. That one substitution will make all the difference. And again, I'm trying to kind of refine this deck list. Sometimes it's nice to put in a few different options and just see how that singular card performs. Anyway, we'll keep it at 0 and 0, not 1 and 0. And I'll still go for 7 games from here. Okay. Renethal we do not want. The Graveyard Shift gives me some sticky minions which are pretty good to put Deathrattles onto. Or at least things that can go onto the board. Let's get rid of these. I'm not too hot on it. An arms dealer, you say? The other problem with this being okay, it's probably blood. Or it's someone like me who couldn't quite refine the deck. The other problem with this being 40 cards, sorry, is that it's so hard to draw Arms Dealer Egg, which is really your great opening. You're just gonna hit it? Oh, it is Unholy. Well, snap. Okay, Acolyte, show me the money. Bones, I probably should have considered putting that card in my deck as well. 2 damage to all enemies. You know what? I'll do it.
The citadel stands strong.
One more death can't hurt.
Skeleton? That's not an undead. My bad. Ha! Okay, fair enough. It is Acolyte of Death, not the Dead Acolyte. My bad. Oh well. Where one Acolyte falls, another one will rise.
One more death can't hurt.
Who here can spell?
Snap.
Anybody?
Pick me!
Asphyxiate. That's a decent thing for them. Okay, we have the Arms Dealer. I really would like this to go with an egg, though, in the future. Baron, Renethal. I could Ghoul Dealer, but I really like to prop that effect with one of my new cards, so I'll match you with a Teacher. Frost Strike. I forgot I was going to get access to both Frost Runes and non-Frost Runes. I tell you what, Defrost is not the absolute worst here. It's probably better to go for a Frost Strike, though.
Pick me!
It kills a minion and gives me another choice at a Frost Rune card. And we'll take an Acolyte, please. Alright. Now we're cooking.
The citadel stands strong.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Destroy a friendly minion to summon a 4/5 undead. If I played this button, 3, 5, 6. I'm not very efficiently spending my mana right now. That's not Rush. I could also run it into there, but then I can't kill it. And you're You're not quite enough to train into the Acolyte. Alternatively, I can Baron into Construct Quarter. I think that is the better play.
The citadel stands strong.
It's my turn.
I think that's decent. Right, I have all these sticky minions. I have the Deathrattle that I want to put onto him. Give me the cards!
Be very persuasive.
This is another card, funnily enough, that I did consider putting into this deck. But I felt like it was going to be too expensive. And I would have cut it out of the 40 card variant eventually. And therefore, I would have probably cut it from the 30 card eventual deck that I want to run. Okay. I think this guy, Evil Yoshi, has got the same idea as me. Destroy all your undead and resummon them. Hello, combo wombo. So, hang on a minute. If I arms dealer, ghoul, destroy all my minions, resummon them, the ghoul will spread, I think. Does that work? It does not work. Okay, noted. It doesn't work.
No excuses, no regret.
The Lich King mocks our suffering.
Noted. So, okay, so the Infectious Ghoul is not good enough to run in this deck. I should run an egg instead. And we've lost. Never mind. You're going to trade. 10, 14, 19, 23. I'd be going face with this. They're going to defuse the situation. You know what? In the end, it's pretty good for me. Okay. Start drawing me cards, please. We're going to be pushing the button. 4, 2. Bright Fang. Not what I'm looking for. Mortician is more like what I'm looking for. And Cage Head is definitely what I'm looking for. Okay. Now my problem is that I'm gonna run into Marogar eventually, and I can't deal with that.
The fallen will serve. The fallen will serve.
Ooh. Hello, Brightfang. Trigger a friendly Deathrattle twice. Well, my Cage Head is here. Let's get Infecting. Two. Yeah, okay. I need to reevaluate the deck again, because I'm dumb. I mean, that's actually pretty good for me. But I think I'm going to die before I get to use it. Alright, so things we need to do. Put eggs in the deck, don't... Oh my god, I'm going to get Cage Head. You just know that this doesn't work. Okay, he does eventually, and then he's going to hit me for the 18. Fair enough. You know what? I will count that one. But I'm going to rework the deck again immediately. I don't know why, for some reason, I thought the ghoul would have gone off. Like, I thought everything would die, the things would be resummoned, and the ghoul would go off, but... if that were the case, that deck would be ran before this card came out. Okay. Let me do... a secondary false start. Let's get rid of Infectious Ghoul. It doesn't work. I'm still going to believe in the Frost deck, because... I'm stubborn. This is not that good anymore. Baron should probably be in here as a 2 of. More sticky minions, please. And we want maybe an egg. Another egg. Maybe a Nerubian egg. Although that won't work with... Dead Air. So maybe this is fine. This intermediate approach. And I'm getting a better idea now of what cards are not good enough for the deck. I do need to put a filler card in, though, for a round. Maybe I just throw in Thessarian for a round, but no, that's stupid. We should throw in Geist as a one-off. Okay. Let's try this. Less sticky boards, less memery.
The Lich King.
Another Paladin.
I will bring
We have the egg. We've never had the egg before from the start. Mortician is pretty good, but... we have to find the Deathrattle enablers, right? I mean, Unholy Frenzy does work.
I see you've brought guests.
Need a bit more spice over here.
So it's pure Paladin. You have to, right? Do you have to? Arms Dealer, Coin, Egg. The Arms Dealer is just going to die to this next turn. But it does give me the board over Paladin. That's really my one. That's what this game is, right? It's fighting over board versus Paladin. And they might choose to hit the egg instead. What's your decision, Cristeria? Oh, you're going to Adala instead. Eggs. Eggs, eggs, eggs. Choose an enemy or minions, attack it, resummon any that die. So this will... I can attack face, Unholy Frenzy, the egg hits this. Or I can greed for even more eggs. Well, I think... this is... pretty much despair for them. I get a 3-3. And another egg. Can't attack yet, but... give it time. What are we doing? Okay, 2 1-cost minions. Good roll for them. Right. Undead died after your last turn. We do a little plinky with the button. And get even more eggs on the board. Scramble them! And Teacher is coming up, so is Necrotic Mortician. Well, probably Mortician first. Try and get an Unholy card, kill a minion.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, more boogieing is going on. Rolled that 2 times, very lucky. Okay.
Everybody needs a casket.
Dead air. Hello. Hello. Is it the right play? It has to be. Oh, baby! We're scrambling them! Hello, NG. Okay, you're gonna race me?
Not on my watch.
They are gonna race me. They are not racing me. They're gonna clear my board. Okay, do I want to copy the Deathrattle of a minion that died this game? Yes, but not an egg, ideally.
Everybody needs a casket.
More. Oh my god, an Unholy Frenzy? I mean, actually, that's as good as Dead Air, right? Oh, actually, that's not entirely true. This isn't a particularly great selection of cards. I guess I'll select a Frenzy. Hmm. I'm just toying with taking the damage of the board, but I don't think I care. Also, oh, I thought it was only undead on Unholy Frenzy. It was not all minions. Okay, there is a big difference then. I have 13 corpses as well right now. I am not spending them fast enough.
The light dims, but we fight. Initializing descent.
They've had enough of my shenanigans now. It's like, well, we're going face. Face is the place. Okay, kill all the undeads. Sure. 3 damage to an enemy and freeze it 1 to all others. That's actually really good right now. We can clear off this 1 to all. That'll be 5 still. You'll be dead. And then I can... Yeah, okay. Okay. Kill that. And it's over for you.
Easier to draw blood than staunch it.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Okay, this is a pretty nice combo. But you're going to run out of cards in a moment. And then what?
Reporting for duty.
You traded everything then as well. Do I just accept this becoming an egg? It's still a 5/4. 5/10.
Put your soul into it.
It's not taunt. Just give me eggs. They don't kill me from here. Just all the eggs in the game.
heart of a Kyrian.
Reporting for duty.
Uh-oh. For you, this is. Right. Button. Guys. Or... You know what? I need more minions.
Put your soul into it.
Uh-oh, no, I've not fucked up. This is fine. Then spread this. Could do with some of my draw engines coming up.
Remember,
Oh my god. Just top deck contest, sure. It's gonna have to be a pretty good minion, though, to get you out of this one. That's a pretty good minion, actually. Because these are gonna get Divine Shielded from these. Come on. My eggs. My precious eggs. They're cracking them. Okay, we need something pretty good from this. Obliterate Frenzy. Frenzy's not actually that good here. Nothing has a Deathrattle anymore. I could take out Gaia. I have to take out Gaia, I think. I do, but I don't have to do it this way. I think this is more efficient.
Be merciful.
Then the next card that I need to deal with.
What little time.
Leave bones.
I think I'm dead, aren't I? I think they found the way to the one card that killed me. Not dead on board, but...
the future is ours.
And there's their refill. Dead on board now.
The tools of creation.
Just disgusting. Alright, enjoy your win. I think we can refine the deck further now. Right. It turns out that I'll put this to a 1 and put another Unholy Frenzy in. I think actually this double green, 1 blue is not the way forward. But I'm going to keep going with this just a little bit. Because I do like the idea of an Acolyte of Death in the deck. So what cards do I need to remove? That's going to be the easier thing to do here. If we're going to thin the deck out, let's take this back out, take this out, and we need to remove 7 more cards. I think you are good enough. I think you're good enough. You will probably be good enough. In fact, I think you're probably going to go into the deck as a 2 of. I do need stuff that can live early on. Let me throw another one in. I'm really damned to take this out. It's the new card. The school teacher is pretty... It's been pretty good. 8 cards. You're probably not good enough. Okay, I have too much discovery. I might take Vizier out as well. You're fine. You generate... Actually, I think we don't run Geist. I think it's Geist or Necromancer. We run Necromancer because we can spread the death around. And then we need to remove one more card. Well, 2 more cards from the deck, but it could be 2 of the same card. Mortician. You aren't an undead. You know what? You're not an undead. Get out the deck. I think we go to this thin 30-card version now. Which really evolves around using this foul egg as much as we can. And then when we get to the later game, then we can start using Cagehead or something instead. And why are we running this over running triple stubbornness? Stubbornness. A druid, perfect. The druid, they're going to be slow. They're going to give me time. Give me an egg. Okay, dead air, sure. I don't hate this hand. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I probably want to push the button before I just put a Necromancer on the board. And then we can Baron into... It'll probably be Death, actually. Oh, maybe it's going to be Necromancer. We'll see. It's actually going to be Construct Quarter. I'd love that card. Can I have it, please? I don't want to just throw you onto the board right now. I don't really want to Construct Quarter and just prop this immediately either. Maybe I just throw it on there and do nothing. Like, it's so much better for me to prop that when Acolyte's on the board for a guaranteed draw. So this is big Druid. I don't have as much experience playing against this. I will say, if you watch my star ratings, the 5-mana Treant, I said that I didn't see why you'd run it in Druid. This deck is the reason why you would run it into Druid, because it's a 5-cost card, so it works with their special weapon. I didn't even consider it. But that is the reason. Anyway, do I Bright Fang this? Probably not. I think I play you, play you. Do one of these, do one of these. Draw me a card, it's an egg. You'll love to see it. And now look at the threats on the board. They have to deal with this. The 4/3s hitting them is true. They can't deal with getting hit in the face so often. And then we have stuff like Unholy Frenzy. They're just going to leave up my draw engine. They're going to make me overdraw, maybe. No, you can't. Oh, they're just going to need armor. Okay. It's time to play your egg. And we definitely want to spread the egg Hang on a minute. Whoa, 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 whoa. So 5 mana, so 4 mana. What is the other 4 mana I can spend this turn? Egg into... maybe 2 into 2. Necromancer. Oops. And I spread it to a Necromancer.
The fallen will serve.
And then I just push the button. And this will draw me a card. I could overdraw here, but do I care? If they hit Cage Head, then it's annoying, but... they're getting bigger. Oh. Coin. Rake. Okay, that gives me an egg. So they're scared of this card. So much so that they rate for basically nothing. How about I give you another one then? How would you feel about that?
The fallen will serve.
Lend me your bones!
I didn't think this through at all this turn, and I really should have done. It was more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Oh, I got the wrong thing. That's kind of why I didn't want to throw in Baron, but maybe it's fine. Maybe the value is good enough. And also, I just got a Yelling Yodeler, so... And the board state is pretty good, right? Druid can't deal with a big board. And it's a big sticky board. It's like the absolute nightmare for a Druid. So much chitin. Okay, here we go. We could do a little frenzy here. Am I going to draw like 8,000 cards here?
My rule is eternal.
Okay, we shouldn't do that right now. I think I will draw 8,000 cards. They're just milling me. Help me, I can't play all my cards. I should kill Acolyte. That's the problem. Okay, I figured it out. It gives me an egg. Won't somebody think of the value, though, that I just lost now? Oh. Did not expect Neptulon to be in that. Didn't expect Kalak to be in that. Didn't expect that either. Okay. So this is probably the time for the Unholy Frenzies, right?
My rule is eternal.
11, 3, 5, 7, 11 will be using the mosh pit. Then the mosh pit goes. Then I Bright Fang everything. I think I played that turn about as bad as I could have done. And yeah, I think I'm okay.
Stone Legion, to me!
12, 20, 22. I'm still fine. I should have just traded the minions. Interesting. They're trading. 3, 2. 5.
My rule is eternal.
Good order, genius. It's fine.
And close enough.
No excuses, no regrets.
Shout it from the mountaintops.
Is it fine? Probably not.
I have but little time. Job done.
It's not that fine, turns out. I'm slowly whittling them down. They've played most of their big minions, I think. Wait. 6. They're really determined to trade with me. It's fantastic news. Okay. You serve no more purpose. To proc an egg to not proc an egg. I don't think I need to proc the egg right now.
What a delightful party.
Now they're just going to leave the egg. Hello, other egg.
One more death can't hurt.
Citadel stands strong.
That's not going to help me. It's not going to help me. I needed at least another mana. Alright, brilliant. Great start for this deck. So what is the problem here? I don't have a big answer. I don't have inevitability like Marugar. Okay, let's say this is not the winner's choice, okay? Let's admit defeat at 0 and 3, and we'll reset the marker to 0 and 0. Let's take out Dead Air. I don't think it's good enough. In which case we can remove Acolyte if I really want to, which I will do. And now I'm no longer a blue. This means now I can run Marugar, which is the winner's choice. Okay, let me rework the deck around this then. Man, I kind of wish it was just a little bit better, but it's just... I think it's too fair. Because now I can run you. And I don't even know if Mosh Pit was good enough. Fuck, maybe the egg is just not good enough as a Deathrattle. And maybe School Teacher's not good enough. I wasn't super impressed in the end. You're going to be good if I can get Cagehead. Shall I try the combo variant? Where I just need to get Frost Whisper. I'm going to do the combo version. I'm going to be so wrong, aren't I? This is going to be the optimal version. So, Frost Whisperer dies. That lets me put Cagehead, and I need to get 2 Yodels on the board. So the rest of the deck is just built around drawing that combo. In fact, maybe that is a better play of the Blue Rune deck. Because then I could use the draw engine. But do I care? Really? Do I care? I was already struggling to play all the cards in my hand. I guess if I do this, though, a random friendly minion that is game, I could remove Egg. I guess I would remove Egg. It's just a complete rework. Okay, let's rename this. Combo Deathrattle. Because the only thing I want to hit now is Cagehead. So I just need to draw Cagehead and no other Deathrattles, which means I don't need Arms Dealer. Death Growl is still acceptable. I don't need Sidekick. I don't need Mosh Pit. Frenzy's pretty good though, still. Okay. This is the new... Actually, hang on a minute. If I do this, then Bone Shredder can't find Frost Whisperer. But that's fine. Because Bone Whisperer will Bone Shredder will find Cagehead if I play Cagehead first. Which means that Frost Whisperer can be used on Bone Shredder. Okay. I've got the deck. This is the winner's choice. Trust me. Before it was a meme, it was a dream. The combo variant was the right choice. So I could play like Body Bagger, Geist, Mortician. We should probably throw in... Is Nerubian 2 or 3? I always forget. It's 3, isn't it? Not the egg, the Vizier. It is blind. Now the question is, do I want the Burgelon, the Hawkstrider? After you play a minion, give it 1/1 Deathrattle, summon a 1/1 Hawkstrider. Does that interact with Bone Shredder? I'm not entirely certain. Because of that reason, I'm not going to take it, because I'm pretty spooked that it will do. And now everything else I want is answers. I want it to be more control-orientated. Maybe I play Cold Feet. No, that's dumb. That has to be dumb. The Mosh Pit isn't necessary. I don't want Grave. Swarm Guard is probably not good in this deck. Army of the Dead, maybe. As an answer. Possessor Fire could be good as well. Corpses you spent this game. Fuck, maybe I don't run Unholy Frenzy. It's not that good. I think that's good. And I need enough corpses for Bone Shredder. That's the weakness right now. Let's do this. Let's try something like this. It's more mid-rangey, not as aggressive, more combo-orientated. Perfect. You know what, YouTube? I might end this part here and restart another one. This was the failed experiment.